So when you go to the supermarket, do you get that name brand soda or do you go for that cheap? Like, do you get the Dr. Pepper or you get like that Dr. Bubbly, whatever it is? So I was talking with my wife the other day and she was working on some designs and all that. And I don't know how we got there, but we ended up talking about how the most expensive part of a building, like the most expensive part is the foundation. Like it's just the most expensive part of the architectural piece. And it got me thinking, like, you know what? That's kind of true for everything. Like foundation is expensive. Now I'm sure if you heard anybody's testimony, like if you watch any superstar, megastar, anybody who's good at anything, sports, music, whatever it may be, like school, whatever it is, you're probably gonna hear the same story. Practice, blood, sweat, and tears, hard work, perseverance. Like it always comes with like this story about how they just work their butt off to get to where they are. Like practice makes perfect. Like you just gotta put in the work. Now I know we know that, but I'm confused because a lot of times we act like we don't know that. If foundation is expensive, we really don't act like it. More often than not, you're probably gonna dream about this thing that you really wanna do. But before you actually get to where you wanted to go, like the goal, you probably quit because it was too hard, you didn't want to commit. Like you stop halfway before you even reach your destination. You get so impatient in waiting for your dream to come to life that you stop halfway before you even get there. So we got those people who don't really want to pay the price for a solid foundation. You know, they don't want to be patient. They don't want to put in the work. They want it right now. They don't really want to go through the grit of it all. But on the other hand, you also have the people who decide to build a cheap foundation, and when the pressure comes, everything falls apart. You got goals, like you want to make these moves. You know, you want to get this, you want to graduate, you want to get this degree, you want to get this job, you want to be married, you want to do this, you want to produce this, you want to dream about a lot of things, and that's fine, but you get started, and then down the road your foundation is so cheap that when it actually comes time to put in the work, what happens? You start to cave in and you start to get tired and you start questioning, like, is this even worth it anymore? Because your foundation is too cheap. Like I said, this really applies to everybody. You got people who want to get into relationships, and that's fine. A lot of people get into serious relationships, halfway down the road realize that they're unprepared. When real life situations come up, they respond the wrong way, and then it all falls apart. A lot of people want to dream big. A lot of people decide to pursue this art form, or they want to do this, they want to do that, and they start the journey, and maybe they spend all the money on what they need, or they sell everything, or just make that huge move, and then when they get there, they realize maybe this is not what I want to do, maybe I can't do this, you know, they just give up, and what happens is a big waste of time. It's easy for me to state the obvious, but I can tell you that building a strong foundation is not easy. It's really expensive. Like, it's gonna cost you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Having a strong foundation is probably gonna cost you your feelings, it's gonna cost you your doubts, and it's probably even gonna cost you your personality. You're gonna have to learn how to tell yourself no a lot, because a lot of times it's just those personal things that get in the way of you achieving your dreams. It's those things that get in the way of you having a strong foundation. You're gonna have to learn how to tell yourself to shut up, because having a foundation, a good foundation, is expensive. It's gonna cost you. Don't let your feelings get in the way of everything that you could possibly build just because you decided to have a weak foundation full of emotions. Proverbs 24:3-6. Homes are built on the foundation of wisdom and understanding. Where there is knowledge, the rooms are furnished with valuable and beautiful things. Being wise is better than being strong. Yes, knowledge is more important than strength. After all, you must make careful plans before you fight a battle, and the more good advice you get, the more likely you're gonna win. I don't know. So maybe spending a little more on the things that actually matter are more worth it. I don't know. Maybe. Peace out, y'all.